Hello there everybody, Crash Bandits Part 2 vacating with Crash here, and today I'm gonna be making a video regarding Sonic Boom. Now, I pretty much, I decided to say like, hey, I'm gonna buy this game, I'm gonna give it a try, and then I'm gonna see like, how it is. And I pretty much, the game was on sale on some website that I usually buy stuff on, and pretty much this came into in my post not too long ago, and pretty much I decided to give it a try. So pretty much overall what I think about this game is it's kind of mixed, my thoughts on this game, because it's just Sonic Boom. I thought it'd be good and stuff like that, and I'm this type of person who judge a game, by playing it, myself. I cannot really judge a game by just watching others playing the game. It's very difficult for me in order to do that. I just can't do that. But either way, trying Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric for myself, I can really understand why it was such a disappointment for. Sorry, that was my Facebook. Um, I can understand why it was such a disappointment for everybody, really, in the fan base, because this really felt like an empty game. It really did, and I really did not really connect to the storyline much due to the fact that the gameplay was complete and utter shit. Um, like right now, I'm playing the game as we speak, and and it's just the combat, like, I don't know. It's not like something that will be. I don't know. It just does not feel right to to be a Sonic game. Really, it really doesn't. And that was like, and I wasn't much of a Sonic player myself, but I decided like, hey, I'm gonna give this a try. You know, I'm gonna try and see, if this game is actually good. And pretty much I was trying the game for myself, and it just does not feel right. And they have like they put so much emphasis in this game on rings. If you can see, it's like literally, what the fuck, it just went to the menu by accident. um So pretty much, they put so much emphasis on other things instead of putting more interesting stuff throughout the gameplay, and that's what disappointed me, because I expected, something more interesting, more challenging, but then I thought wrong, and it turned out a complete pile of shite. Really. And like this engine that they even based this game on is just, what the fuck. I don't understand how did they even thought of this. And I never understood why do you have a limit on collecting rings. I never understood that. I really don't. I will never understand the fact that, like, you have a limit on rings, which means that pretty much rings in this game are your health meter. That's what it pretty much is. And it's like, well, that's what mostly, like, rings were always a health meter kind of thing in the classic Sonic games, but in here it was put in a different way. It was put like an actual health meter. So every time you get hit, you lose some rings. You won't lose all of your rings. So I guess that's kind of a good thing, but you know, in order to gain well, there is no lives really in this game, and you know, I really and that's why like the rings have really have no use. And like, okay, so I have 100 rings. There's plenty of more rings around here. You know, there's like I think that if I were to really collect all of these rings, I would have over like 1,000 rings or so, plus minus. And it's like, no, it's just no. it it's it just does not really feel right. You know, it's just I don't know, and like pretty much as I said, you know, the gameplay was actually very disappointing. I mean, here we go, we're in a combat-based area, we're fighting enemies. What is there, like 4 or 5 enemies? Like, are you kidding me? That's the amount of enemies you put in a stage. You need to put something much more entertaining than this. And I know that like this game used to have a lot of glitches, and the graphics used to be much worse than this, and and pretty much like you know, this game had a lot of potential. It really did. I mean, if they put a lot more effort into this game, I think that we would have had a brilliant game. Really, we would have had, you know, a really amazing game. But no, it turned out to be a huge disappointment. Now, I heard that the 3DS version, well, it's not really the 3DS version of this. I know it's a Shattered Crystal or some shit like that. But it turned out to be way better than Sonic Boom on the Wii U. And you know, I really expected the game on the Wii U to become way better than the 3DS one. But my thoughts were wrong, and pretty much this game turned into a pile of shite. That's what it really turned into. Um, I really wish that they, like, you know, nowadays, if you can see, you know, companies can patch games, they can add stuff to the game and stuff like that. We're not in the PlayStation era. It's not too late and it's not too early. Even though, you know, the game is already out and stuff like that, and people probably finished it, but you know, I think that the people would give the game a try once again, um, once pretty much, you know, they would give this game a patch where they will add stuff to the game. Well, they will complete the game, really. I wonder if this is actually even possible, but I'm pretty sure it is. Because if they patched, you know, the graphics like that and made this game look better than what it was, I bet that they can they can pretty much do that. And you know, it's, as I said, it's never too late. I mean, I think that people would like the game even more if it'll be fixed. Just like, you know, they did with the graphics and fixed all the other glitches that were happening with the game. Now, you know, that'll be actually very good for the company and stuff like that. But if there is another thing that bothers me about Sonic Boom, is that people left some people, Big Red Button, the people who worked on this, members from Naughty Dog and Insomniac Games, um, they both worked on this. You know, they teamed up into Big Red Button, and pretty much they made Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric, and pretty much Rise of Lyric was supposed to come out um, exactly as the date when the cartoon comes out. Now, you know, it puts a company into a rush because you know, it's like barely any time in development for the game, which is really awful. It really is awful, and I really do wish that I really wish that they would never do things like this. I mean, you know, I'm this type of person who I'd rather wait in order for the game to come out. You know, in order, you know, I know that it's supposed to come out at this date, but you know, I'm like, well, you know, they got to work on this. You know, they got to make the game good. They they're supposed to make the game not shit. They're supposed to make the game enjoyable. Now, a lot of fans and a lot of companies around that company would push and say like, "Hey, we want this game out now," you know. And you know, it puts a company into stress. But also, what I didn't like is that, as pretty much what I said, excuse me, I never liked the fact that people left throughout the development of the game. It's like that's so unprofessional for a company, for people to do. And Naughty Dog members who were in Big Red Button were just like leaving throughout the development. Now, what is this shit? You just don't leave throughout the development of a game. That is so unprofessional. It really is. And think of that, like people who will know about these things, you know, people will be very disappointed about the company where the people who came from a certain company. I mean, Naughty Dog made Crash Bandicoot, Insomnia Games made Spyro the Dragon, Ratchet and Clank. So you can kind of tell that this is a game based that's coming from these two classics. More like three, but you know, Ratchet and Clank is still ongoing. But pretty much, I really hate whenever companies do this. I really hate it whenever they just like they're all in a rush, and like, you know, we're gonna make this game come out at this date. It's like a mission that if you don't manage to finish it completely, you're just a complete failure. Really, that's what it really means. This is the vibe that you get from it. And, you know, I wish that companies would never be pushed like this. I really do. Because I really want to see a better outcome. I want to see, you know, a better game. I want to see the game doing, you know, being successful. But no, you know, they have a lot of pressure on them, and the games are being rushed. Now, with Sonic Boom, excuse me, Sonic Boom, whenever the cartoon and the game came out, the game was a complete disaster, but the cartoon and the comic series as well were actually brilliant. They really were. I really enjoyed them, and I still enjoy them up to this date. I mean, I always buy Sonic Boom comics. I always buy. I always watch the Sonic Boom cartoon that comes out on Cartoon Network, and you know that always gets me exciting. You know, every Saturday excited every Saturday they're gonna have Sonic Boom, and this is like really fun. And like there's something interesting to watch on Cartoon Network besides like all of these other cartoons that I'm really not interested in. But Sonic Boom was just the cartoon was just amazing. It wasn't disappointing, and it actually the comedy and everything was just perfect. And I wish it was like that in the game, but sadly it wasn't. And as I said, my expectations for this game, well, I never built up my expectations too high because a lot of people were bitching about how Sonic Boom, is a horrible thing because of Sonic's design or Knuckles' design. But I really think that the personalities that they gave for these characters are brilliant. Now, also another thing I never understood about this is why isn't Styx in this game? What happened to Styx? Styx should be joining the Sonic team. Why is it the classic Sonic team like this? But either way, even if Styx is not here in the game, it's kind of like, oh well, I'm not gonna go on Facebook and whine about it. It's just like I just wonder why wasn't she in the game? I know she's in Shattered Crystal, but pretty much in the Wii U game she isn't, which was pretty weird, but oh well. I can't really do anything about that. I'm not gonna bash on the company because of that. But pretty much also from what I was saying a bit earlier, a lot of people tend to rush, and and a lot of people tend to like make the company probably frustrated. Because I'm not too sure if Big Red Button were this kind of a company that were listening to fans. I'm really not sure about that. But if they did listen to their fans, like, I don't understand how. I mean, they'd probably be frustrated as hell in order to follow what the fans want. But it's not that like a single person working on this. It's a whole entire group of people working on this. But really, Naughty Dog members got me disappointed. Really did. Because it's like so unprofessional to leave throughout the development of a game. That's very unprofessional. That's just cowardness. And it's like it kind of tells me how much Naughty Dog is just a pile of shit. But Naughty Dog made great games, really. They really did. I mean, here we go. They created Crash Bandicoot. They made The Last of Us. They created some other interesting stuff. But whenever you hear that, like a company, people from that company got all coward and just ran away throughout the development of a game that could have been a complete success. Because I'm telling you, this game had a lot of potential. This game could have been a successful thing. And I was never against Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom was like, I was like, oh my god, at least. I just recently got into the Sonic, into Sonic the Hedgehog, and you people know that. And pretty much, this thing, like Sonic Boom. Whenever I watched the trailer, when I was watching E3, I was very excited, and I bet that a lot of other people were too. But the game was so shit that holy shit, I died. Fuck, I ran the wrong direction. Um, it's like, and I just like I don't have anything to say. It's just I was so excited, and like the cartoon, as I said, like was very amazing. I was like, oh my god! I remember I was waiting for freaking hours for the cartoon to begin. We were watching a live stream since, like, it's banned in Israel and stuff like that, and and pretty much, it was extremely exciting, and I was like, wow, this is just amazing. But I remember whenever the game came out, whenever I think that the 3D the S version of Sonic Boom came out at the same time. I don't exactly remember, but Shattered Crystal was way better than this. It really was, and pretty much, I really wish that they've made they had more time to work on this, but also it's not too late because this era of gaming is completely different than the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 1, the GameCube, and all of these. It's so different in so many ways now. I mean, now you can now everything's online. Now you can actually patch a game. You can add more stuff. Even people who are not even in development, they're not even working with the team. People create mods. People make the game even better, and I have tons of respect for these people. But as I said, it's not too late for the company to make a brilliant game. I mean, they could just patch this, add more stuff into the game, and people might change their mind on the game. And probably for some people it will be more difficult to do that, but probably for some they will say like they gave this a try. They made this actually way more interesting than what it was in release, and then it might be worth the money that you've paid for this game. And I know that this game has not sold very well. I just I know that it haven't sold very well. Um, oh shit! Oh, so that's what I was supposed to do. That got me confused. I literally forgot that I had to do that, and voila. But yeah, I really wish that they've added more into this. I really do, because this could have been a brilliant game. And I just what I don't like about this is how they went into kind of a Jack and Daxter style, and that just does not fit Sonic. It really doesn't. I'm not too sure what you people think about this, but this really isn't Sonic the Hedgehog, because the gameplay just does not feel right. The gameplay is also laggy. The gameplay is just not as interesting. It just isn't. It really isn't as interesting as I thought it would be. But yeah, I wonder what you people think. I would like you people to share your thoughts about what I said, and, well, your thoughts as well. So, yeah, that was my opinion of... Also, I forgot to say something. If I were to rate this game... Excuse me. If I were to rate this game, really, I would really give this game a 4 out of 10. That's my rate on this game, because I was really never this disappointed from a video game.
If anyone can tell us about what's going on
And
in Cliff,
pretty much
he's an archaeologist.
I'm just like in shock. Like, this game should have costed like around $10,
I think it's from Lyrics Time.
because it like the graphics look okay. It looks like a PlayStation 2 game, in all honesty. It really does look like a PlayStation game. It does not look like a Wii U game. If you look at this and you look at frickin' what is it called, and you look at Sonic Lost World, and that's a complete different universe. It really is. But yeah, that's all my thoughts on this game, and I might do a live stream soon of this. But this is a kind of a sneak peek of how the gameplay is like. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to drop a comment and or like and subscribe if you haven't. And as I said, I would be happy to see you people sharing your thoughts on my opinion of this game, and share your own opinion, of this game, and tell me what you think and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.